For the first time, we're hearing from the head of the UW system. He shares some big tuition news coming up.
Plus, the Gableman investigation into the 2020 election is costing taxpayers more than originally thought. We'll break down the numbers.
And we're learning new details about a hospital mass shooting that left 4 people dead in Oklahoma. You're watching News 3 now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. Breaking news out of West Racine right now. Police are on the scene of a shooting that happened at a cemetery. You are taking a live look at the scene. It happened before 2:30 this afternoon during a funeral at Graceland Cemetery. At least 5 people were reportedly shot, but the severity of their injuries is unknown. The funeral was for Deshante King, who was shot and killed in an officer-involved shooting during a traffic stop back in March. That incident is still being investigated. Several streets in the area have been blocked off, and police are asking the public to avoid the area while they continue their investigation. It is unclear at this hour if a suspect is in custody.
We'll have updates on channel3000.com throughout the evening. A nearly decade-long tuition freeze will likely go forward under the oversight of the new UW system president.
We're hearing from Jay Rothman for the first time since his appointment in January, replacing Tommy Thompson this summer. He sat down with our Naomi Coles today, outlining his priorities. Naomi?
An ongoing freeze is a big deal for the system, especially since it was the legislature that kept it in place for so long before turning tuition control back over to the UW Regents last year.
Tuition for undergraduates in-state will be frozen for next year, because that, again, I think addresses part of the enrollment issue.
Sitting down with UW System President Jay Rothman for the first time, the former head of a massive Milwaukee-based law firm acknowledges declining enrollment will be one of his biggest challenges.
There's so much good that's being done here that is impacting the state positively, and not just the state, but the world.
To that end, Rothman has 4 big ideas. Among them, continuing the tuition freeze and focusing on attracting all kinds of students.
We need to do a better job of serving underrepresented populations in the state and getting them into the university. It ties back into affordability. It ties back into accessibility, our issues that we're working on. But if we're going to fulfill the Wisconsin idea, we have to have more students from underrepresented groups in our university system.
Other priorities include leveraging relationships within the business community and trying to get off on the right foot with what is at times a hostile relationship with the legislature.
It's not a personality thing. It is about what is in the best interest of the state of Wisconsin. How can the system help achieve some of the objectives that the legislature wants to do for the state?
But it was just days ago that the legislature blasted the Regents' unanimous selection for UW-Madison's next chancellor, Jennifer Mnuchin from UCLA. We talked about that in the full interview airing Sunday on For the Record at 10:30 a.m.
We will see you then, Naomi. Thank you. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. The weather patio is where you want to be this afternoon. Hi, Gary.
Yeah, lots of sunshine out here. Temperatures are comfortable. We'll probably have another day like this tomorrow, which is some good news. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. There are some clouds up in northern Wisconsin. There's actually another cold front dropping southeastward, and that front generating a few showers up into northern Wisconsin. But those should stay to the north of our viewing area. Right now, nothing imminent for southern Wisconsin, and I expect it to stay dry tonight. Low temperatures this morning, mainly in the 40s to lower 50s. A little colder up into central Wisconsin. Black River Falls down to 35 degrees. Madison was at 50. High temperatures so far today, middle 70s. A couple of places a little warmer than that. Milwaukee 77, 79 in Boscobel. Right now temperatures are near those highs for the day. By tomorrow morning, look for low temperatures to drop into the middle 50s with most partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow should be sunny, a little more breezy than today with a high temperature of 72, but rain is in the forecast for the weekend. That'll start to arrive later tomorrow night. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. We are following more breaking news. The Dane County Sheriff's Department says it's investigating the death of a 39-year-old woman as a homicide. The body of Dora Gonzalez-Zarate was found inside her home in the town of York last Tuesday. Investigators do not believe this is a random incident. New overnight, we learned that Dane County Sheriff's Office turned over its outside investigation of the Quadri Wilson case to the Dane County DA, but his office wants more information.
The case has brought protests, court appearances, and surveillance video since police wounded Wilson during an arrest in Madison. But what we have not seen in the past 4 months is a big one, a decision if that use of force was justified. Our Brady Mallory joins us with what we still don't know today. Brady?
Well, we've been trying to answer those questions. We've contacted the sheriff's office at least 32 times. The most common response, if we get one, is generally along the lines of, we have no new information to share. To date, the sheriff's office has not confirmed how many times 2 DCI agents fired their guns or if the bullets even hit Wilson. Wilson's family says he was shot 5 times in the back, but police won't confirm any of that. They have told us 21 law enforcement officers from local, state, and federal agencies were involved in Wilson's arrest. But investigators haven't explained why so many officers were needed. Wilson was charged with a drug offense about 2 weeks after February 3rd, but that was for an overdose death from the previous year. The charging document makes no mention of what happened the day of his injuries and arrest. Last month, a judge sentenced Wilson to 3 years in prison as part of a plea agreement in the drug case. One other thing that we've seen since this investigation started, the arrest warrant the Department of Corrections put out on Wilson ahead of February 3rd. That mentioned Wilson had a history of carrying guns, but the DCSO authorities have since said Wilson was unarmed at the time.
All right, Brady, thank you. A 19-year-old DeForest man accused of planning to kidnap a woman had a request to change his bail denied today. Gabriel Savage is charged with 1 count of attempted kidnapping and 1 count of stalking. Police said Savage was found in a car on the night of March 20th with 2 sets of handcuffs and a Ruger-style semi-automatic rifle in the passenger seat. Police found more ammunition in his pockets. Today, the court denied a motion for a modification of his $10,000 bail. Madison police are investigating a shots fired incident on the city's west side after a man showed up to the hospital with gunshot wounds. Multiple callers reported hearing gunshots in the 4600 block of Verona Road just before midnight. Officers found several shell casings at the scene. While they were on scene, a 28-year-old man showed up at the hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Right now, no one's in custody in connection with the incident.
Investigators in Oklahoma revealed new details today about a deadly mass shooting at a hospital in Tulsa.
They say the suspects stormed a complex targeting a doctor who recently operated on him. The attack at St. Francis Hospital complex came just 2 weeks after the gunman, Michael Lewis, had back surgery at the facility. Police say the performing surgeon was Dr. Preston Phillips. Lewis had called the office several times over several days complaining of pain.
He came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. He blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery.
Police say Lewis returned to the hospital yesterday armed with an AR-15 style rifle he purchased hours before the attack, along with a handgun he purchased just 3 days ago. Another doctor, a receptionist, and a patient were also killed in the shootings. Investigators say Lewis died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We're also learning new details about the police response as more victims of the Texas shooting massacre are laid to rest.
A Texas state senator says the incident commander in charge of the scene was not informed of the 911 calls that were coming from inside the classroom that the gunman was in. Lilia Luciano has more.
Mourners arrived to say goodbye to 10-year-old Jelaya Silguero as services continued for the children killed at Robb Elementary School.
We are angry because of what has happened.
Pastor Eduardo Morales is presiding over many of the funerals. He says he tells mourners not to let their anger turn to hate.
There's just so much hate in this world already. Why would we want to add to it?
Federico Torres, who lost his 10-year-old son Rogelio, keeps working the fields to keep his mind occupied. His son's funeral is Saturday.
What has this week been like for you?
Oh, imagine. It's been hard, so hard.
Newly released video shows students running from the school during last week's shooting massacre. More than a week later, questions are mounting as to why it took law enforcement so long to stop the shooter. A Texas state senator said today he was told the incident commander who was in charge of the scene was not informed of the 911 calls coming in from children into Uvalde police from inside the classroom where the shooter was.
Well, we need to know what law enforcement was doing, what radio procedures were followed or what not followed, who were the 911 operators and such.
State Senator Roland Gutierrez says he was told the Uvalde Police Department did not relay the information from the 911 calls to the school district police chief who was in charge. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Uvalde, Texas.
The Democratic state senator called the response a, quote, system failure that encompasses more than one person. Meanwhile, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are still trying to find common ground on gun reform measures. The House could vote on the Protecting Our Kids Act as early as next week. The measure would raise the legal age to buy certain guns to 21, restrict large capacity ammunition feeding devices, clamp down on gun trafficking, and encourage safe gun storage. Even if the bill passes in the House, it is unlikely to get enough votes in the Senate.
We've had really productive discussions. Our goal is to get a piece of legislation that saves lives.
So we're working, hoping to come up with a bipartisan agreement so we can pass something at the federal level that will actually target this problem.
President Biden will address the nation on the gun violence crisis tonight at 6:30. You can watch it right here immediately following News 3 Now at 6.
And tomorrow is National Gun Violence Awareness Day, and in the wake of recent mass shootings, Public Health Madison and Dane County is hosting a walk to end gun violence.
Now is a time to call out that we need to act. You know, now is the time. Enough is enough. Our children deserve to feel safe in school and, you know, on the playground and at their doctor's office.
The walk is tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, beginning at the Villagers parking lot on Park Street. It'll end with a rally at Penn Park. Speakers will share information about what's being done in Dane County to prevent gun violence. Walkers are encouraged to wear orange.
Well, for nearly a year, we've heard about a fixed figure, about $675,000 for Michael Gableman to work with. This week, that figure is going way up.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who hired Gableman to investigate the 2020 election, says that it's to finish ongoing court cases. Our political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So when Speaker Vos extended the Gableman investigation into the summer, he said he would keep the price tag to that $675,000 mark. But the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports the price tag will be closer to $900,000. Spokeswoman for Vos says this is due to Democrats' obstruction of the investigation. Governor Evers says, though, he considers it a continued waste of funds.
He spent about $1 million that clearly could be used for more productive things rather than revisiting an election that's already been determined to be safe and fair and secure.
Vos's office justified the cost overrun because of ongoing court cases, which are add-ons to the investigation. Those lawsuits are key to defining Gableman's authority and will determine whether he can compel testimony through subpoenas. Depending on how these cases play out, they could affect similar investigations going forward. But this could also mean officials like the mayor of Madison could be jailed. That's if the court decides for Gableman. We'll have more on the impact of the investigation at 6.
Well, we'll see you then. Thank you. Next at 5, Gary has your latest forecast.
Plus, the Inspector General launches an audit of the FDA's handling of the baby formula recall. We'll have details on that after the break. And later, how our Call for Action volunteers were able to help a local woman get nearly $10,000 back in her pocket. Details on that at 6.
And Wall Street closed in the positive side. The Dow up 435 points. The NASDAQ up 322. The S&P 500 gaining 75. And we'll be...
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures. Who do you see when
when you look in the mirror. Do crow's feet, wrinkles, and under-eye bags make you look 10 years older than you feel? Let's face it, aging isn't fun. We all want to look our best, so we feel our best. But injections and procedures can be expensive and painful. There's a temporary, better way to love your reflection. And that better way is Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? That absolutely blows me away. I feel better, and when you feel better, you shine. And when you shine, the whole world loves you, and that's a great feeling. Hi, my name is Robin, and this is what Plexiderm does for me. I shine. So I feel so much younger when I use the Plexiderm. I feel like I look half my age, and I'm not exaggerating. I feel great.
Wow, that's incredible. What a difference. I think I look great. 10 years younger at least. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing. The crow's feet, developed those about 10 years ago. And these little lines around my mouth, where did they come from? And I put this on and bam, they're gone. Just in a couple of minutes, I can't believe it. They're gone.
Forget the pain and expense of injections or in-office procedures and try the 10-minute solution that lasts for up to 10 hours. Plexiderm is so easy. Just make sure you have a clean, dry face and apply a small amount because it's so powerful. Wait a few minutes, then your bags and wrinkles will visibly disappear.
I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years young.
See the Plexiderm difference for yourself this Memorial Day with our $14.95 starter offer. Just visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
We should always read the fine print. One woman battles a local dealership after the contract didn't match the verbal agreement. Our CFA team joins the fight to regain the thousands lost tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for Action, only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The FDA is now facing an audit over the nation's baby formula crisis.
Meanwhile, the Biden administration is trying to ramp up efforts to boost supply. Natalie Brand has the latest.
The Health and Human Services Inspector General will look into the FDA's handling of the Abbott infant formula recall to determine whether the agency followed the proper inspections and recall process at the Abbott facility in Michigan that's led to nationwide shortages.
I don't think anyone anticipated the impact of the shutdown of one facility.
During a meeting with formula manufacturers Wednesday, President Biden said he was not aware how severely the Abbott plant closure affected U.S. supply until April, about 2 months after the facility closed.
This can't happen again.
Mother of 3, Lindsay Gill, has an infant who needs formula.
I look at the bottle that he didn't quite finish, and I think, should I save that? Will he have enough for the morning?
Gill started a nonprofit to help moms in need. Her focus lately has been organizing weekly formula drives in Washington, D.C.
They keep saying it could be through the end of the year. It could be through the summer. All we're doing is really just mom to mom right now, trying to help each other out.
Thursday, the White House launched a new website to track federal action to get more formula on store shelves. Starting next week, shipments from the UK and Australia will deliver more than 680,000 pounds of formula products. But that's just a fraction of what the U.S. still needs. The FDA also says it expects almost 250,000 cans from the German company Nestle to be available this June and July. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And for those who want to track the Biden administration's actions on the baby formula shortage, the website is whitehouse.gov/formula.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is over in the Weather Center, and the hurricane season is here.
Well, officially, the hurricane season for the Atlantic Ocean starts June 1st and runs through the end of November. And right at the start of it, we got some tropical development taking place just off the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. That will probably turn into a tropical depression and maybe a tropical storm. National Hurricane Center has now issued a tropical storm watch for much of the southern half of Florida, from about Tampa to Cocoa Beach southward, including Miami and the Keys, as that system basically will affect the western portion of Cuba. A lot of it will depend on how much it interacts with land before it strengthens, but it could become the first tropical storm of the season. That would be named Alex if that does happen. There are three things you need to know in our forecast. Look for sunny skies, day very similar to today for tomorrow. It will be a little more breezy with high temperatures in the lower 70s, but showers are likely this weekend. They'll start late tomorrow night west of Madison, and then we'll see them pretty much off and on through the weekend. That'll keep temperatures down, and cool weather with high temperatures in the lower 70s will continue for most of next week. There'll be a daily chance for rain probably Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening. The best chances for rain, but most of the time it won't be raining. Doppler track shows some light showers over far northern Wisconsin, even a couple of thunderstorms up toward the UP of Michigan as a weak cold front passes by to our north. Over the next 10 days, here we go again. Temperatures back below normal every single one of those days. Most of the time pretty close to the average, which now goes from 75 to 78. But over the weekend, high temperatures only mid-60s for Saturday and upper 60s for Sunday. Right now, temperatures are pretty pleasant, mainly in the 70s. Omaha, Nebraska at 80. But notice farther out to the west, 60s through the Rockies and into the parts of the western Dakotas. So kind of cool for this time of year. The jet stream sagging southward, and that's keeping the cool air in the northern part of the United States. And this overall weather pattern, I said this last couple of days, is going to stay pretty static, meaning that we're not going to see much in the way of changes. We'll see the main storm track to the south, so all the heavy precipitation and severe weather threat will stay away from us, but we'll be on the northern fringes of these systems with clouds and some showers from time, and that will keep temperatures down. And here's that second cold front dropping in. The first one has pushed off to the south and east. This one bringing just a couple of light showers because there's not a lot of moisture associated with it, but temperatures north of the front now in the 60s and even some upper 50s in the arrowhead of Minnesota, while most of Wisconsin seeing temperatures in the upper 60s to the middle 70s. And as we take a look at future track, you can see the shower chances to our north moving away from us. So just looking for partly cloudy skies tonight. Lots of sunshine for tomorrow, although the winds will pick up a bit from the northwest. That'll keep temperatures down a couple degrees compared to today. But here come the showers by early Saturday morning, and then some showers Saturday and probably into Sunday as well, as a couple of weather systems kind of pass by to the south, and we stay on the cool side of those systems, keeping our chances for rain alive. Next week, again, almost a daily chance for rain. Tomorrow, though, sunny skies, breezy, high temperature at 72 degrees. On future track beginning early on Saturday morning, here come those showers in from the west. Not an all-day rain, but keep the umbrella handy. We'll need them. Highs mid-60s Saturday, upper 60s on Sunday. Then lower 70s for next week. The shower chances end on Monday morning. Might see a dry period from Monday afternoon through Tuesday. Just a slight chance for a shower Tuesday. Better chances for showers on Wednesday, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm. Lesser chances on Thursday, and then some mainly afternoon showers popping up on Friday and Saturday, and maybe a couple of showers on Sunday of next weekend. As we check out first warn traffic, here's the view of the Beltline, and this is at Seminole Highway. Not a good sign on the eastbound Beltline. It'll be nice when that flex lane is finally open, but still right now we have delays on the eastbound Beltline from Stoughton Road all the way back to west of Verona Road. Westbound delays start around Seminole Highway and go back almost to Monona Drive. Right now, over a half-hour trip. Actually, the westbound Beltline now worse with a 38-minute trip, but 32 minutes on the eastbound Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate compared to the normal 15-minute trip with no traffic. Heading out of Madison, no problems. I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville, US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, or downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you gotta leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with power swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just gotta rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this Memorial Day by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today.
One day floor.
Thousands came together today to celebrate Queen Elizabeth on her Platinum Jubilee.
Pretty amazing. CBS's Gail King hosts a special tonight exploring the triumphs and turbulence of her 70-year reign. Here's a preview.
Queen Elizabeth II, there's never been a reign like hers. A triumph of service and duty unparalleled in history. A favorite of one of her most popular subjects, Sir Paul McCartney.
Well, she was the Queen during the Beatles phenomenon, so we're kind of linked.
Paul's connection to the Queen began when he was 10, and he entered an essay contest on the monarchy for her coronation. His entry described our lovely young Queen.
And lo and behold, I actually won it. I won my division.
Paul held on to his youthful fascination with Queen Elizabeth.
We thought she was a good-looking woman.
The Queen?
Yeah.
Like a babe good-looking?
Yeah, just like a babe.
Did you ever dream of meeting her or even think that it would be a possibility?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
Because, you know, we're just working-class boys, and she's the Queen. So there's an ocean or two between us. So I never thought I would till we became the Beatles.
Yeah.
And we got rather famous.
Yeah, rather. And in 1965, they did meet, when the Queen made the Beatles the first rock stars to be honored at Buckingham Palace.
And your big swanky car pulls through the palace gates, and you're inside.
So what were you told to do?
So you're told to not shake her hand, and you know, if she stops on the line and talks to you, talk to her.
Otherwise,
shut up.
Her Majesty the Queen celebrates an extraordinary 70 years on the British throne. Gail King, CBS News.
And we'll be right back.
Save today with 11% off everything at Menards. When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, we've got you covered with our endless selection of color options. Right now, all Smart Coat paint is 11% off. Get unbeatable quality and satisfaction guaranteed with Cabot Premium Exterior Wood Stains and Finishes. Bring out the natural beauty for all of your wood projects. Get 11% off all Cabot Premium Wood Care products now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this Memorial Day and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes 1 pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Well, those are the numbers you like to see. Mid-70s right now, lots of sunshine. Should be a nice evening.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks for your help today, Mark.
See you back here tomorrow.
The CBS Evening News is coming up next.